As the glory of the 12-2 start to the year turns to ruin for the New York Mets, the beginning rumble of a total rebuild has begun. Rumors have begun circulating around aces Jacob deGrom and Noah Syndergaard, and the Mets have no reason not to consider serious offers for the pair, who have 2 and 3 years of team control, respectively, left before free agency. The writing is on the wall for the Mets as they fall further and further below .500 in June. They are 4-15 since May 21 and have not won consecutive games in nearly 3 weeks. This team caught lightning in a bottle with their run to the World Series in 2015, but a rash of injuries has torpedoed any chance they had of building a consistent winner around a stable of young pitchers. The Mets have a weak farm system and an aging lineup that cannot stay healthy. This group had a very short window within which to win, and it has already shut. Trading Syndergaard and deGrom has to be on the table. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity for the Mets to bring back a handful of future all-star players that will eventually form a more well-rounded core than their current group, one that relied entirely on starting pitching to carry them to the playoffs. Syndergaard may have more upside potential than any young starting pitcher in baseball. He is still only 25 and has complete command of 100 mph heat and a devastating array of secondary pitches. Health is not really a concern, and he is 28-19 with a 2.92 ERA and 10.4 strikeouts per 9 for his career. The price will be steep, but these 5 teams absolutely have to come to the table and try and work out a trade for the Mets if they are actually serious about trading their best pitchers. With the New York Yankees being linked to the Mets as potential trade partners in a blockbuster deal, it is safe to assume that a trade to a division rival is also not out of the question. There is a case to be made against trading an ace to a team you're trying to beat down the road, but the Mets need to be seeking out the best potential prospects. There's no debating that 2 of the teams above them, the Atlanta Braves and Philadelphia Phillies, have elite farm systems overflowing with exciting prospects. Let's start with the Phillies before moving on to the Braves. The hot start for the Phillies has begun unraveling slightly as the calendar turns to June, but they are still very much in a position to contend all year and set up to do even more damage beyond 2018. Philadelphia is already looking like a very strong player in the free agent market this winter with their massive pile of free cash, but putting Syndergaard at the top with Aaron Nola and Jake Arrieta makes them a slam dunk candidate for any player looking to set himself up to win multiple titles. As far as prospects go, the Phillies already have a deep pool of young players who have already reached the big leagues. There's Scott Kingery, J.P. Crawford, Dylan Cousins, Michael Franco, really, take your pick. Down in the minor leagues, Sixto Sanchez has an electric arm, while Mickey Moniak is a former #1 overall pick. Page 2. Use your arrows to browse as on Diego, California, June 6, Mike Foltynewicz. Photo by Dennis Poroy, Getty Images. Even more so than the Phillies, the Braves are a threat to end the Washington Nationals' run of dominance in the NL East this season. The teams are currently locked in a tie, but the Braves have already taken 6 of 10 games in the season series. Meanwhile, the Nationals continue to deal with injuries all over their roster. A trade for Noah Syndergaard could be the final blow to send the Nationals packing in the division, and the Braves have what it takes to pique the Mets' interest. The Braves pinned their entire rebuild on developing frontline starting pitching, and they finally have a dynamic duo in Sean Newcomb and Mike Foltynewicz. The rest of the rotation, however, has not done quite as much to carry the load. Ronald Acuna and Ozzie Albies should be completely off the table when and if the Mets and Braves begin trade talks. Any other name in the farm system should be available. The Mets could look to begin building their next great rotation around Kyle Wright, Mike Soroka, Luis Gohara or Colby Allard. The Braves have 6 starting pitchers currently ranked in the MLB Top 100 list. Collecting all of that depth is starting to pay dividends up top, but using some of it in a trade for Syndergaard could be the biggest win of all. Use your arrows to browse.